Brought to you by Mr. Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Mr. Pros TV, and today we are in Tempe, Arizona in our studio, and we have a very special guest. We have Bryson Taggart of the Steadfast Group at Keller Williams East Valley. I get all that right? So welcome to the show. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day as a real estate agent and coming on this show. But before we get into it, we'll give you a few minutes to introduce yourself for the viewers watching that don't necessarily know who you are. Give us a little bit of background on yourself, what interested you in getting into real estate, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Bryson Taggart. I was actually born in Idaho and then moved
Potato farm?
Oh, no, terrible. Way too cold.
You guys got potato guns?
Yeah, right. We got out of there when I was 5 because parents were so tired of being cold. Been living here ever since. I've actually lived in my life in about 36 different houses.
Oh my gosh.
My parents moved every 6 months or so, and so because every one of my family's realtors. So my dad would buy a house, we'd fix it up, sell it. Oh my gosh,
36 houses.
But they were all within this little, between Power, Val Vista, Guadalupe, and Baseline.
So you never switched schools?
No, Highland the whole time.
You're just all over the place. Oh my gosh.
In 2004, my parents moved us out to Power Ranch when it was new, and I thought that my parents had moved us to Tucson. It was so far. There was an Albertsons, a Subway, and a McDonald's, and this is the worst.
Man, at that point as a kid, I would have just left all my stuff in the box. Just take out toys and put them back in the box. We're gonna be moving in 6 months anyway.
So I mean. Then I went off to college, back in Idaho. Did my stuff there. I tried to fight being a realtor for years. I'm going to go to law school. I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to be a police officer. And then finally was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go into the family business. And
so were you all those things? Did you do?
I went to school. I did 2 years of a political science degree.
Really?
I did 2 years of a social studies education degree. I got to the point where all I needed to do was my student teaching, and I couldn't do it. I was like, this is just not me. I looked at the money I'd be making, the amount of hours I'd be putting in, and said, I just can't do it, And there was a blizzard happening in Idaho, and I looked at my wife. We'd been married about 6 months, and I was like, do you want to live here anymore? And she goes, no. And so we realized that, could finish school online and just said, moved to Arizona 2 weeks later, and went to real estate school and love it.
So was that part of the plan? You guys move out here from Idaho and then you go to real estate school?
Yes. That
was the plan. Oh, I'm going to be a realtor.
When we decided we were going to move, it was like we're either going to go to Nevada, where she's from, or Arizona. And the thing that brought us to Arizona was because we thought getting into real estate was the right move.
Right.
And,
yeah, I mean it's a great market. Actually, Nevada is a pretty good market too. The Vegas area is pretty good, but it's not as big as.
Right, and she lives in Reno, or she's from Reno.
Oh, Reno, gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're like, Phoenix. Right. Phoenix is better. So how long now has it been since you started your real estate career?
I actually in May will be 2 years since I was licensed.
Oh wow.
But I didn't kind of practice for the first few months. Kind of. Just doing a little bit here and there, but I really started going hard in October of 2016 when I joined the Steadfast Group.
Uh-huh.
I was with a different brokerage at first, and they're kind of really old school.
Right.
Don't really do new things.
Sure.
I remember I was at a class, and they were talking about Snapchat and teaching the people how to use it.
This is how you do it. You hold it down, the filters appear.
I was the youngest one in there by 20 years.
You're like, all right, might not be the right crowd,
right,
for me. So,
called up my buddy Max Duet and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He goes, "Perfect. I'm starting a group in about 2 weeks. Why don't you come on over?" So I did, and it's been awesome.
Yeah. So you guys have an interesting model at separate because you guys are a group, but you kind of work together but separate or something. Talk to us a little bit about the Steadfast group at Keller Williams.
So one of the things that I like the most about it is I like to do things my way. You know, it maybe sounds kind of arrogant, I don't know, but I don't like to be micromanaged. These are my people. You know, the people that I'm working with are my friends, my family, my clients, and so I don't want someone to try to do it for me, and I don't want them to run my business. And so that's what I was really attracted to with the Steadfast group, is it's a group of individuals who feed off each other and work together, but we all manage our own businesses, and all of my deals are done under, you know, my name.
Right.
Not like Max
trying
and Bryson.
to puff up somebody's statistics so that they show up.
Exactly. So I love it because we all get to do our own, and feeding off each other's energy and success is the best part of the group. You know, just being able to be like, oh, because me and Max are super competitive.
Right, yeah.
Like, I just got 3 under contract. Oh,
he's
cool.
He's fast on a dirt bike, I'll tell you that much, man.
I
could never hang with that kid. He just is gone on his 2-stroke. I'm like, man, no thanks. I don't want to injure myself today. He doesn't care.
Right.
Yeah, him and Danny just, anyways. But so before we got on, we were talking a little bit, and you said you have a family of real estate agents. Your mom's in the title 100%. So it probably wasn't a surprise where you're like, teaching's really not for me. I'm going to do real estate. Did you already always have that in the back of my mind? And you're like,
always.
You want to fight it. You're like, I don't want to do the exact same things that, you know, my whole family does. But then getting into it, it sounds like it's in your DNA, right?
100%. I mean, so I went on, you know, like a 2-year mission for my church. When I was there, I was like, you know, when I get home, I'm going to come home and I'm going to do real estate. And then at the end, I was like, no, I'm different. You know, I'm going to do something. So the whole time for about 5 years, it was in the back of my head. Like, kind of, you always knew you're going to do it, but you're like, I'm going to do something else.
Right.
And, you know, so when I started, it was literally just a natural fit because my grandpa's a broker, dad's a broker, my 3 uncles, my aunt's a realtor, my mom's a marketing rep for Old Republic Title, and it's like.
So what do you guys talk about at Thanksgiving dinner? Is it like, let's talk about real estate?
My poor wife is like, we get together, you know, I just got this listing, and we had this happen on the Benzer, and she's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know?
Talk about something that I can relate to.
Right. So, yeah, family, all real estate. When we did this huge family vacation in Florida, and we went and checked out model homes. And
oh my God, no! Are you kidding?
Some people are like, let's go to Disney World, and we're like, oh, check out these model homes. These are awesome.
I got a better plan.
Yeah.
Let's not go to Disney World. And your wife's probably sitting there like,
she's like, you guys are the worst.
Realtors. Man, that is fun. So you've been in the. I guess you would be relatively. You know, I mean, you said 2 years. You're coming up on 2 years, or at 2 years.
Yeah.
So how? You know, obviously your family's been in it. You've probably seen, you know, what activities your dad and different people did around you to be successful in real estate. You know, how did you start in real estate? Because we know that a lot of people will get their license and they won't last 6 months to a year. They're gone. You know, they don't realize how much work it takes. You know, they think it's easy money. So talk to us a little bit about, you know, those things that help drive your success so that you're sustaining yourself as a real estate agent.
I mean, I think the reason that myself and probably my family succeeds in real estate is because it's a business with your friends. You know, like all of my clients are people I know. I've only met like 2 people ever that I didn't know before and helped them buy a house.
Right.
You know, it's all my friends, and I'm not like a salesman like trying to sell them pest control. You know, I've done that.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, my friends know what I do. And they know that I'm in there for their best interest and not my own. And so being able to help my friends in their process has been the best part, you know, because with my age, most of my clients are first-time home buyers, you know, because that's my friends. And it's been really fun to help, like 20 or 30 of my friends in the past year get their first house.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And that's actually different than a lot. Obviously, you kind of grew up in the area. You know, a lot of new agents, they find themselves doing all kinds of activities just to kind of get it going.
Right.
But from the start, have you always been focused on your sphere of influence and people that you know, or did you go off and I'm going to work all these cold leads? Or how has that looked from the beginning? Has it always been that mindset, or have you kind of gradually gone into it over the last couple years?
I mean, when I first started, people don't want to work with someone who's been a realtor for a month, so you try to find, cold leads and things. But I really just found that showing people that I know what I'm talking about and I know the information, I am, a real estate expert, they trust me. And so just being able to focus only on my sphere and just trying to grow my business that way, I mean, I spent all my energy on that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in a family of real estate agents, we were talking about this earlier, about the referrals. Your mom works at a title company. She's going to refer back to, there's going to be bloodshed in the family, or something's going to happen here because who do they refer to? So is your mom here local in Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
And your dad as well?
Oh, yeah.
He's in real estate. And then you, who else is here?
My brother's taking the classes and stuff, the good thing is, and me and my dad, because we worked together the first 3 months in the brokerage.
Nice.
And we just kind of talked and said, you know what? Let's just go completely separate. For me, I wanted to make it on my own. And for him, it's good not to try to mix family and business.
Right.
Because he told me my first days, I'm giving you nothing. You're going to earn it, because if I hand you things, you're going to just not know what to do and fall apart when I stop giving you things.
Right.
So, I mean, he's giving me nothing. And when my mom gets a referral, it's not going to me. Because she doesn't get that check. She gives it to my dad, so she gets that check, It's all and it's great because that's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't, something that would be something I can't stand is if someone said, oh, you made it because your dad did it for you.
Right.
And so
that's real.
I love it. It's great competition too. I tried so hard to beat my dad's first year, and I came about $500,000 short. Oh, if I would have just got 2 more houses.
Two more deals, that's close, man.
But he also started in 2005, I say,
Yeah.
About even in my head.
Yeah, because I gotcha. So we may give the W to you. So with real estate, we know, so you're a millennial, and it's a little bit different. Obviously, you saw yourself going into these classes at your old brokerage. I don't really jive here. They're teaching things that I've known because I kind of grew up with this technology stuff. Focused on your sphere of influence, there's kind of a balance between, over self-promotion and, just listed, just sold. There's got to be a good cadence of not being annoying and just being professional. So how have you been able to manage that? Obviously you're doing very successful. People don't want to hire that annoying real estate agent, and showing yourself as the expert that you are in real estate. How have you been able to manage that? What are the things that have really helped you succeed?
I think one of the biggest things is you're right. I try not to be annoying. I have 5 listings right now, but I don't post all 5 of them every day, or I don't post all 5. Just listed, come check it. Who wants to come with me? I try not to be cheesy like that. Who's coming with me, you guys? Or who's next? Because I don't know. That's not what I would do or what I would like. And so that's what I do is I think, what would I like to see? What would I be okay with? And what am I going to see from someone and not click unfollow?
Right.
And so I try to model my business that way.
Yeah.
There's a few things that when I think they're cool, I share them. And I try not to make it this house is for sale. Who's going to buy it? Hey guys, check out this sweet kitchen.
Right.
Also asking questions. People love being engaged. Everyone loves sharing their opinion. I love having an opinion. That's why I'm on the show. I love talking.
Yeah. Hey, that's why you're a successful real estate agent. You got to negotiate and talk. And I mean, there's a lot where that skill definitely comes into play.
Exactly.
So for new real estate agents, what advice would you give somebody that's fresh out of, did you say your brother's going through real estate school right now? So somebody, maybe advice for your brother and for other real estate agents that are getting out of school. What can they do to make it past their 6 month to a year mark, and find success in real estate like you have?
I mean, the first thing is you're always going to get to a point where you want to quit. Always. You're going to hit a wall and you're going to say, this is tough. I can't do it. When you push past that and really just focusing on being a good individual, your business will grow. Because sometimes you're going to have to give up things because people are going to ask you to do unethical things.
Right.
I've turned down listings and things because people want me to be unethical. And as long as you are an ethical person who puts in the hours. That's the other thing. It's people act like that leads just fall in your lap and you call them. They're like, I can't wait to sell my house with you.
Right.
No, you have to put the time in and just really focus on being the expert among your friends. And also don't bother people. Your friends are going to know what you do. And if they want to talk to you, I think they will. You know, my friends have all come to me and said, hey, we're looking at buying our first house. Awesome, let's talk. Instead of me messaging them and saying, hey guys, I see you're renting. Are you thinking of purchasing?
Right.
You know, because
that cheesy sales guy.
That's not what I want.
Sure.
And so
kind of put yourself in the consumer's shoe, you know, and be the person that kind of be true to yourself, you know, and that will help you sustain your business over a long term. If you're trying to fake it and do like these short-term things to get short-term deals done, you know, acting unethically just to kind of close a deal, you know, you're kind of burning your long-term business success if you take that route. So
for sure.
Thank you so much for being on Real Estate Pros today, Bryson. If people are watching this, maybe they don't know who you are, they want to reach out, maybe they're a real estate agent and want to ask you some additional questions about your success, or somebody looking to buy or sell a home in East Valley, or do you cover all of Phoenix? What's your
everything?
Everything.
I've sold Levine, Surprise, Phoenix.
All over Phoenix. So how do people get a hold of you?
Man, I mean, my phone number I think is posted somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 480-202-4658. Emails. I think email's the best way to ask questions. You know, it gives me a time to, if I need to do any research or things, I can respond there. So my email address should be posted there. And if also other realtors, that's where I love for them to reach out to me. It's your email.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Bryson, for being on the show. And we will see you guys on the next episode.